So here is the landing page of the platform. There are four main buttons to redirect the visitor to the various components of the platform. These components are divided like into are targeting two types of visitors, like someone, for example, one could be the wide audience with not being so familiar with geospatial data, still having the curiosity and the need to have access to the data and explore and get to know what is available on the platform and by the project. And at the same time, someone who has a little bit more deep knowledge and can understand the data and needs to make analysis or needs to learn in a different way can also have the opportunity to do that through the various tools that are provided in the platform. So starting from the first button, the one called services, we can see what is actually available in the project. There are seven services, main services. Here is the list of the services, and each service is described here in some more detail regarding the products that are available here. For example, we can navigate through the seventh service, which is the weather service provided. It was shortly presented before, but here is how actually someone can have access and navigate and have a look what is described on the services. So here we can see that there is some text to describe, and it's also supported by data and by a tool that is providing the ability to display. Okay, in this case there is some sort of error, but I can go, for example, in another product where the weather extreme early warning that was also presented before. So we have words about the product here and the list of the data sets, and here it's embedded a geospatial tool, the WebGIS, where the relevant data are preloaded, and so someone can have a look on the data themselves. So we're gonna go into more detail into this tool, since it's part of it's one of the main components. So going back to the landing page, we can go directly to this WebGIS where the maps are displayed, and feel free to navigate through the catalog. So here is a list of all the available layers and datasets that are grouped under the corresponding services. So as we discussed before, the seven services and the products. So if we click in one of the products, we can navigate to all the relevant layers. For example, the temperature. This is focused on it's a Pan-African extent. So if we go a little bit more in detail to the possibilities of this tool, we can see that on the left there is a control panel, and there is some information coming together with the data. In the set of buttons, okay, we can set the zoom or have get to know some information about this data. So we get this window having some more description and some data related information. We can export the data set. We can play with okay, the opacity tool. so we can see how transparent could be in contrast with the base map. And of course, there is a legend as a map. You need to have a legend. It's down here on the left, describes the content of the data and the coloring scale, which is something that is subject of changing. We can just stretch differently the minimum and the max values, so we can adjust a little bit the colors. And of course, we can change also the color bar, the color spectrum. Something that is quite interesting, the support of the time series and how we can navigate through the different steps, various steps of the data set. So the next time is the main tool and button where we can simply go through and just select which date and which time of the day we're interested and get and let the data load. We can just simply move forward and backward by the arrows. So it's going to the next one. I think this is something we can happen automatically in cases we need just to inspect the time series. Just on the bottom of the screen, there is the time axis and the sort of a playing button. So it's going to be like a short movie. Every time step is going to be renewed. So we can see that automatically the map changes, and so we can, it's a cool way to view the change of the data. And of course, there is since there is a time aspect on this data, there is a tool that we can actually inspect the time series and plot it against time. So by clicking on the map and on the pixel, we get actually the actual value of the pixel, which in that case is 29 degrees Celsius, and we get also the time series of a given particular time frame. So this is something we can download or like navigate through this panel here also. I would like to show you that there is an option to calculate and get zonal statistics by drawing a polygon. This is something. Let's load some data related to crop monitoring, and we can do the NDVI. So again, trying to focus and zoom. We could do Limbopo, for example, some area. So there is the option, there is this tool that the user can actually draw a polygon. So after clicking on the Add Data button and getting to the data catalog, it's coming first on the catalog. It is the zonal statistics tool. So from here we can just select, draw a polygon, and it does insert the coordinates. And so this is a polygon, and since we are done, we can run the analysis. And for this particular area, to calculate the statistics of this area, of the pixels that are included in this area. So the minimum, the maximum, the average, the sum, and various others. This can be done also having not needing to draw the polygon, but there are also the administrative divisions of the country. Okay, apart from national level, there are also in a province or a district, different levels, so we can focus on the area of interest. There are lots of possibilities. These are the main ones, and the features regarding the time series and the journal statistics. There is, as you can see, the list of the included layers is long, and there are many to explore. I would like to also showcase another interesting tool that is the tool called Split, and that splits the screen, and so someone could compare different data sets. For example, let's do this. So on the panel on the left, on the data set, we can just click on the split and get a copy of the loaded data set, and then decide which side of the map this should occupy. So the NDVI normally in that case goes to the right, and the NDVI itself goes to the left. So some way this is okay. We can visually make some comparisons. Yeah, I think there are different spatial resolution rules, but still, in some cases, this might be interesting. So after having a map, we can download, we can create a story, or we can just share. For example, just by share or print button, we can just copy the URL and go directly to this map in the same settings and the same zoom configuration, and or have it for our report, or I don't know. This is something flexible. Going back to the main page, the platform, and I would like to take you to the use cases of section, where again those geospatial tools are combined and are supporting the stories of the use cases. Going to Mozambique, here is the use case is actually presented, and the different user stories are also presented, and supported by the data themselves. So here is for the yield estimation and area of Limpopo. So we have a bunch of parcels. As you can see, the map here is fully interactive as in the WebGIS tool. So it's something that we can adjust, although it's prefixed, so it can support the story. And all the relevant services needed for this story are listed here and directly focusing on this area. So so the visitor has the opportunity to go through these example stories through detail, in detail, and yeah, in the next there's also the use cases are structured in a way that there are different stories, and the last part of this the last component of the platform actually can be seen here, and also can be accessed from the landing page, is the what is called the business analytics tool, the GeoBI appearing. And for example, here the use case story is supported by a dashboard presenting yeah, a series of data in a particular way, and that is decided and arranged in a way that they can that someone can monitor various variables. So this is something. This is just a dashboard that can be adjusted and new ones can be created. But at this particular point, supporting the story is prefixed, and this is depends on the rights of the user, but this is how the story is supported. So yeah, by clicking on the last button of the landing page, we get uh, to the GeoBI, and that we're getting a list of dashboards, or we can create depending the user rights.